This is Cash's story, a dog we only meant to foster for 2 weeks, but who ended up capturing our hearts completely. Cash was found in an abandoned house in Mexico. No food, no water, no owner, no one there at all. I reached out, and a woman got back to me. She was retired and had spent nearly 23 hours crossing the border just to rescue him. By the time Cash arrived, he was in terrible condition, malnourished, weak, and completely shut down. I remember standing there almost speechless, not just because of how big he was, but because of the fear in his eyes. There was something in that look that made me realize how much he had already been through before we ever met him. We had never owned a Great Dane before and truly had no idea what we were getting into. Every little thing startled him. If someone knocked on the door, or even if we moved too quickly around the house, he would back himself into a corner. He was extremely skittish, constantly on edge, as if he was always expecting something bad to happen. So we did everything we could. We researched, and learned as we went, always approaching him slowly and gently to help him feel safe. Because of his size, I was especially nervous about our other 3 animals, so we kept a very close eye on everything. There was one incident where he reacted toward my older dog clearly over food, and that moment made things very clear. We had to separate everything, from feeding time to walks to living space, all carefully managed and kept independent. It took about 3 months before we really saw a change. He started to relax around everyone, like something finally clicked in his mind that we weren't going to abandon him and that he was safe. From that point on, things gradually got better and we didn't have any more issues. In fact, he turned out to absolutely love other dogs more than we ever expected, something we never would have guessed in those early days. After spending some time with us, Cash became more confident and also a bit more stubborn. He began to express his personality more clearly every day. There were mornings when, as soon as he saw us step outside, he would excitedly run around the pool, tightly holding his favorite stuffed toy in his mouth, as if it were the most important trophy in the world. He would run back and forth endlessly, never seeming to get tired. These moments were both noisy and silly, yet they always filled the house with laughter. A dog who was once so fearful, now fully living with his own sense of freedom and joy. At one point, Cash was bitten by a rattlesnake in our backyard. It was terrifying, and he had to stay at the emergency vet for 3 days. Most dogs would hear the warning rattle and back away, but Cash is deaf, so he never heard it. That moment reminded us how vulnerable he still was in ways we couldn't always see. Even now, there are small things that hint at his past, like how he reacts strangely to men wearing baseball caps. So when we're out and someone wants to approach him, if they're wearing a hat, we gently ask them to take it off first. He also sleeps in the strangest positions. Sometimes his leg falls asleep and he'll suddenly cry out, and every time we jump up thinking something serious has happened, but really, he's just scared because he can't feel his leg for a moment.
Here's a really good picture of me. Thank you for listening. That is all.
My husband always jokes that I'm Cash's favorite, but honestly, I think it's him. My husband runs every day 3 to 6 miles, and that's the highlight of Cash's day. Like clockwork, around 6:45, he waits by the door, watching and waiting. The moment my husband walks in, he's overwhelmed with excitement. With me, he's more like my shadow. I go everywhere, and he follows, never wanting to be too far away. Over time, Cash became an irreplaceable part of our lives, not just fitting in, but truly changing everything. And we knew there was no way we could ever let him go. If there's one thing this journey taught us, it's that adopting an animal is never easy. It takes time, patience, and love. But sometimes the ones who come to you the most broken are the ones who end up changing your life the most. If you choose to take that step, remember, don't expect perfection right away. Be patient with every small step, because the trust you earn in the end is priceless. It's a kind of bond that stays with you in ways you never expect, quietly reshaping your life in the most meaningful and lasting way. And looking back now, it's hard to believe he was ever that same scared, fragile dog we first brought home. The quiet trust he gives us today didn't come overnight. It was built slowly, moment by moment. And in that process, he didn't just learn how to feel safe again. He taught us what it truly means to give a second chance.